Alright guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the third issue of the Darth Vader 2020 comic series, I guess volume 3. I just refer to it as 2020, it's easier. So, yeah, but anyways, like I said, issue 3, which is subtitled Dark Heart of the Sith Part 3, which is written by Greg Pak with art by Raphael Inco, and it was released on July 29th, 2020. So yeah, this issue I thought was really good. I really liked it, a lot more than the first two issues. I just wasn't as invested into those issues and story, but this issue was really, I don't know what it was, just really picked it up. Pacing-wise, it's, well paced. It's, it felt like it was, I read it pretty quick, but, there's a decent bit of stuff happened, so, yeah, and, I don't know, maybe I just was a lot more into it because of a delay. It's been 4 months since the last issue, so, yeah, but, I just was a lot more into this issue, which, the first two issues are, like, I still like them, though. I didn't think they were absolute trash. I just wasn't as into it. I was a lot more into the main Star Wars series from Charles Soule, which will be returning next week. But yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling on a little, but yeah, I really like this issue. Stuff with Sabe and where that went. Stuff obviously with Vader, like, and connections, between, the original and prequel trilogy, kind of connecting those together, making it feel like the prequel trilogy actually happened in the original trilogy era, so, yeah, I enjoy those connections in original trilogy stories, but, yeah, yeah, I really don't have anything super bad to say about the issue. I'm a lot more invested into it. Which I was interested to see where the story was going to go after issue 2, but after this issue, I'm like, man, I can't wait for the next issue, which at least comes out soon. I believe it's, August 12th? Yeah, August 12th, I believe it is. So, it's gonna be real quick. I don't know if that issue will complete the storyline what's going on here, or if it'll be issue 5 or 6. From the descriptions of issue 6, it seems like that would be more of like a prologue, or not prologue, epilogue. Slash, I guess, for the story, such a prologue for the next, it seems, but I don't know, obviously it's not out yet, but, yeah, anyways, I'm rambling on, but, yeah, I'm a lot more into it. I don't know if maybe it was a little more Vadered out, I guess, with it, but, it's, bring me right back in, so yeah, other than that, the art, same artist, Raphael Inco, did the last two issues, and not much else to add there with the art, so, yeah, I like it, but, yeah, it was my favorite issue so far of the series, so yeah, not much else to say there, so we'll jump into the breakdown, which the issue starts off, we see Vader on Naboo, and, he has some of those red vision flashbacks of him and Padme, but then Sabe comes up and says they have to get moving to the lake retreat place where we saw Anakin and Padme go to and attack the clones, and where they got married and whatnot. Which, they get there, Vader has another flashback, but then two men attack them. Vader starts trying to fuck him up and whatnot, but Sabe makes him stop, and it's revealed that those two men are Gregor Typho, who, or Captain Typho, whatever I call him, originally appeared in Attack of the Clones and later Revenge of the Sith and a few episodes of the Clone Wars. And then other character, Tonra, who appeared very briefly in The Phantom Menace, played by Richard Armitage, who played Thorin Oakenshield in the Hobbit trilogy. I believe he's also in very briefly in Captain America: The First Avenger also, so, and obviously several other things too, but it's very brief in The Phantom Menace. It's like a quick shot, not much, but the character is featured in the two Padme novels from E.K. Johnston, Queen's Shadow and Queen's Peril, which I haven't read. I've read just a little bit of Queen's Shadow. I haven't read Peril yet, so yeah, I believe there's some connections. Obviously, a lot of connections between this story and those. So there's some stuff where I'm a little lost, but because obviously I know some of the details from both those books, but I haven't read them, don't know the full context of it all. So yeah, but anyways, and somebody asked them why they attacked. And they said that they thought she was in trouble because Vader was there, and obviously Vader is not a good guy. But yeah, but then Vader has enough of it and says no one attacks him and survives unless they have something of use for him. And so Sabe says they know where the security recordings are, so Vader agrees to not kill them, to give him the recordings, but they aren't at the retreat, and so they head underground, and they're on the staircase, and the droid, Vader's droid, Z67, asked Typho why there were so many assassination attempts on Padme, and also mentions the one we see, the two we actually see in Attack of the Clones, which Typho is a little offended by it, trying to saying that the droid's trying to say that he wasn't loyal to Padme, but then Typho responds by saying that attempts in Attack of the Clones were she's protected by and handmaiden Corday, who dies in the movie, and a Jedi named Anakin Skywalker, which Typho says he gave his own life a few years later, which I like that mention of Anakin. Pops up a few more times, but I just like it to I'll talk about it a little bit more in a moment when I get those portions when they mention him, but just kind of thinking highly of Anakin, thinking that he did die, but not knowing that he's standing right there with them. So yeah, but I enjoyed that. So yeah, but which I'll talk about that more in a moment. But anyways, then Vader asks Typho the last time he saw Padme, and he says it was right before she left to go to Mustafar. So yeah, which is what we see in Revenge of the Sith. But Typho says he regrets leaving or letting her leave by herself. So yeah, but then they arrive at a Gungan submarine thingy. What we see Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar driving in the Phantom Menace in the underwater area of Naboo. But once they're in the ship, Zed asks Tonra, then his records say he fought the Trade Federation on Naboo, but after that there's nothing, which Tonra responds by saying that Padme sent him and Sabe on an undercover mission on Tatooine to find Shmi. Obviously not, doesn't mention Shmi by name, but says Anakin's mother, but didn't find her, but did get to free some other slaves, and Sabe mentions that it's something she regrets not being able to find her. Which, Vader has another flashback of when he left Tatooine and seeing Shmi for, oh, not the last time, but the last time before, the last time, the second and the last time. But then a big fish attacks the sub, and Vader has to attack it and whatnot, but scares it off. But the submarine is destroyed. But at least conveniently, the Gungan bubble thingy they were heading to is right there. So they swim in, and they get in, and Vader sees there's a mural on the wall of the ending scene of the Phantom Menace, which has Boss Nass and others, including Anakin on Naboo, and when Boss Nass holds that blue orb thingy and whatnot. Let's Sabe talks to Vader about how Anakin vanished after Padme died, and once again, like I mentioned, how much they really respected Anakin, thought of him a hero, and not knowing that he's the monster right next to them. But yeah. Anyways, Vader then destroys the mural and asks for the recordings, which then Conrad asks if he'll actually use them to avenge Padme's death, which upsets Vader, and says says to hand them over, and so he does, and Zed plays it, which it shows Sabe, Typho, Tonra, and several others in Padme's apartment, saying that they will find and avenge whoever murdered Padme. And so Zed and Vader question them, which they say, they knew Padme went to Mustafar, and that, they eventually learned that Mustafar is Vader's domain. So they ask if they killed Padme, or if Vader killed Padme and Anakin, which Vader responds by saying, "Of course I did," and ignites his lightsaber, and then Connor hits like a detonator thingy, and Sabe says, for Padme and Anakin, and then we see an even bigger fish coming to attack the pod thingy. So, yeah, and that's where it ends. Excited to see what happens next. But this issue, I enjoyed all that was going on. I like the connections to the prequel trilogy. Like I said earlier, make it feel more like it actually happened in the original trilogy era. And just how much Sabe and the others thought of Padme and Anakin. And how they mention Anakin in the story, and not knowing that Anakin is Vader, and and I obviously think of Anakin as a hero, respected him and whatnot, but not knowing he became the monster what's there with them. Obviously, Vader ultimately, does die somewhat a hero for saving his son. Obviously, he still was a bad guy as Vader. After Return of the Jedi, I can guarantee the galaxy probably still doesn't think highly of Vader, but anyways, I really enjoyed it. I would assume, it's gonna be the end for Sabe, Typho, and Conrad. Bet 100% that they are dead in the next issue or two, whenever eventually they do die. I guarantee that they do. I just don't see them getting out of it. But yeah, I enjoyed the issue. A grade, I'll give it an A. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes next. Next issue comes out August 12th, so I'll be doing a review of that sometime after the 12th. On the 5th, the issue 5 of the 2020 Star Wars series comes out, so you can check our review of that too. Don't know when that'll be up, but it'll be out sometime soon. After it comes out, so you can check that out then, and check out all the other videos I do. But anyways, I've been Star Wars Review. I'll catch you guys in the next one.